Once upon a time, there was a young girl named Lily. She lived in a bustling city, surrounded by towering buildings, bright lights, and the constant hum of traffic. Though she loved her home, Lily always longed for something simpler, something quieter, like the stories her grandmother told her when she was younger. Grandma lived in a small village, nestled between rolling hills, far away from the noise and rush of the city. It had been a long time since Lily had visited, but this summer she was determined to go. One warm morning, Lily packed her suitcase with soft clothes, a journal, and a few books to read. Her parents drove her to the bus station, and with a final wave, Lily set off on her journey to Grandma's village. The bus ride was long, but as the city slowly faded behind her, Lily felt a sense of excitement rising in her chest. The landscape outside the window transformed from concrete jungles to lush green fields and colorful wildflowers. The air seemed fresher, the sky bluer. When the bus finally pulled up to the village, Lily was greeted by a peaceful silence that felt almost magical. The village was smaller than she had imagined, with narrow cobblestone streets lined with old stone cottages, their chimneys puffing out gentle trails of smoke. Birds chirped overhead, and the scent of fresh bread wafted from a bakery down the road. It was the perfect place to escape. Grandma was waiting for her at the gate of their house, a cozy cottage with ivy growing up its walls. She was wearing a soft knitted sweater and a wide-brimmed hat. Her silver hair shone like moonlight, and her warm smile made Lily's heart flutter with joy. "My dear Lily," Grandma exclaimed, pulling her into a tight hug. "It's so good to see you." Lily grinned, feeling the comfort of her grandmother's embrace. "I've missed you so much, Grandma." Together they walked into the house. It was just as Lily remembered: wooden beams overhead, old photographs on the walls, and the sound of a crackling fire in the hearth. Grandma set to work preparing a delicious meal, and Lily wandered around the house, admiring all the small details she had forgotten about. The scent of lavender from the garden filled the rooms, and the afternoon sun cast golden rays through the windows. After dinner, Grandma took Lily outside to show her the village. They walked down winding paths where the village children played. By the creek, their laughter echoing through the air. The fields stretched out before them, a patchwork of crops and wildflowers. Grandma told stories about the old days when she was a little girl running through these very fields. Lily listened intently, captivated by the simple beauty of everything around her. The next few days were filled with adventures. Lily helped Grandma pick apples from the orchard, fed the chickens, and learned how to bake bread from scratch. In the evenings, they sat on the porch, watching the stars twinkle in the clear sky. Lily felt a deep sense of peace here, like she had found a hidden part of herself she didn't even know she was looking for. One afternoon, Grandma took her to the top of a hill that overlooked the entire village. The view was breathtaking, with the village nestled in a valley, surrounded by forests and mountains. Grandma pointed to a distant hill and said, "That's where I used to play as a child. It was my secret spot, where I'd watch the world go by." Lily smiled, feeling a connection to her grandmother's past. "It's beautiful, Grandma." "It is," Grandma agreed, her voice soft. "And it always will be. No matter where you go, this place will always be here. And so will I." As the sun began to set, painting the sky in shades of pink and orange, Lily realized that this village, with its timeless charm, would always be her refuge. It wasn't just a place on a map. It was a piece of her heart. When it was time to leave, Lily felt a pang of sadness. But Grandma gave her a knowing smile and said, "Remember, my dear, The world is big, but home is always just around the corner. The journey back to the city, Lily felt different. The noise and rush of the city seemed less important now. She carried the peace of the village with her, tucked away in her heart. And whenever she felt overwhelmed, she knew she could always return, through memories, stories, and the quiet corners of her mind, to the village that felt like home